Today, I'm actually not in my garage. I am in a friend's garage working on his 2011 Honda Accord. Needs a new alternator, and so I'm getting started on that. I'm going to take care of it. See what happens. Should be interesting. There's a cover here that I removed. It's just a couple little tabs, pulls out. That's nice. Obviously, first thing you want to do is disconnect the ground for the battery. There is a 10 millimeter holding the cables, the wire connections for the alternator on, so remove that. The actual connector, power connector for the alternator is, I believe, a 13 millimeter, and then there's the electrical connector there that I also removed. It's a little bit of a pain, but works fine. There's another connector way down at the bottom. You can see it right here. That's a part of this bundle. I went ahead and removed that as well, and it's kind of it's got this plug that connects it to the alternator, so you want to remove that. Right now what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this, the coil wire thing, and that way I can move this all out of the way, get these wires out of the way, because right now they're kind of sitting where I want to be. Get the belt off and work on unbolting this. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get it out. May need to remove this stuff up front, so we shall see. Okay, so I've moved the coil wires here, just got that up out of the way. I've also removed the coolant reservoir tank, and I'm getting ready to take off this fan shroud, actually the fan housing, so I can get a little bit more room going on to get to all these bolts. I may end up moving the power steering reservoir as well. Looks like it should be fairly easy. Yeah, so actually right there you can see it just moves up like that. We can move that out of the way. Same thing with the coolant reservoir. It's just connected to a clip here. No bolts needed. Just lift it up and out, and you're good to go. So that's kind of nice. First time working on a Honda. Not too bad. So on to get this fan shroud off, and then we can actually get to work on getting that alternator out. All right, 14 millimeter socket. All right, I can't see it now because here it is. Right here on that. That's the tensioner. Back towards the car, loosen tension, remove it from the alternator. Now we can get down that bolt, that bolt. Once I'm able to remove the fan shroud, should be fine. All right, so just a quick message. It's always the simple things or the little things that cause problems. The first problem is, in order to get the alternator out, you need to get the fan shroud off. There's two bolts on the bottom there. You don't have to remove them completely, but you need to at least loosen them. And then there's also a connector down in there. You can't see it because no light. You might see it there. There you go. It's very difficult to get to unless you have very small hands. So it's helpful to have a person with small hands there to help, to assist in getting rid of that. I don't have small hands. I have fat hands. That's one thing. Now, got the new alternator in. Trying to get the serpentine belt put back on. Serpentine, I guess, is a fitting word because it keeps moving all around like a snake. So, still trying. Hopefully we'll get there soon. So we got it all together. For the serpentine belt, just use a regular ratchet and a not deep, a shallow 14 millimeter on the tensioner, because there is the engine mount you cannot see there. But if you're not careful, you will bump against that and you can't get the tensioner all the way loose to get the belt to fit on. So make sure you use, again, a narrow socket and a regular ratchet. You can get an extension or whatever, but it can't be a deep socket. Got the serpentine belt on, got the fan back on, everything's clipped back together. These are tightened, the ones on the bottom are also tightened. When you remove it, you don't have to take those bottom ones out completely, just loosen them. And this slides up, just put this back in, power steering back on, put the coil lines right there, back, tightened it all back up, everything's connected. I haven't put the cover back on, but everything's pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a start and see if the job is working, or has worked. So real quick, just to finish up here, with the Accord alternator check, got everything put together and started it up. Had to jump it because the battery was completely dead. It was charging 13.6, 13.7 volts, so it was doing pretty good. Turned the car off after a little while. Battery was holding at 12.2 volts or so. So, looked like it took care of the problem. I look forward to seeing if it stays that way. Should be fine. I'm not sure about the battery. Hopefully it stays good. Anyway, so hopefully some of the things I learned will help you. All right, till next time.